Hello, I'm Jerry Keith, and I'm excited to contribute to this professional learning series by discussing how we can leverage the rich cultural and linguistic assets of our English learners and build meaningful home and school connections. Our goal is to move beyond the deficit mindset and instead embrace the strengths our students and their families bring into our classrooms. Plays a vital role in how students learn, interact, and express knowledge. Culture influences, shape communication styles, precipitation, perceptions of authority, learning preferences, and even how students engage with content. When we understand this, we can begin practicing what Genevieve Gay defines as cultural responsive teaching. That is, using students' culture, knowledge, and experiences and a learning style as a foundation for effective instruction. Cultural competency is essential here. It refers to the ability to understand, communicate with, and effectively interact with people across cultures. For ELS, this means educators must validate and integrate their cultural identities within the curriculum. This could be as simple as including multicultural lecture or as powerful as allowing students to share their family traditions as part of their unit. Creating an inclusive environment requires that we reflect on our classroom norms and ensure they don't unintentionally alienate students. Visually support multilingual signage, flexible communication methods, and cultural inclusive materials help foster a safe space where all learners thrive. We can also celebrate diversity by incorporating students' home languages into the classroom. For example, allowing students to use their first language for initial brainstorming or pairing newcomers with a buddy who shares the same language can be incredibly supportive. For EL, brings a unique set of strengths and challenges, and this includes those with special needs. Differentiate is key. Using formative assessments to gauge language development and adjusting instructions accordingly is essential. Visual aids, sentence frames, and scaffolding tasks allow us to meet students where they are. Equal, Equally important is addressing their social and emotional needs. ELs are often navigating not just language learning, but also articulation and identity formation. Incorporating SEL or social emotional learning practices like morning meeting or language buddy systems can help build belonging and reduce anxiety. Establishing classroom routines that are predictable, supportive, and respectful of students' cultural norms can go a long way. Knowing students' stories and giving space for those stories helps build relationships rooted in trust and empathy. Families of ELs possess a valuable funds of knowledge, cultural and essential assets that, when tapped into, can support students' learning. A parent might not speak English fluently, but could have deep knowledge in trades, farming, storytelling, or community organizing, all of which enrich students' identity and learning. To build strong family school partnership, communication must be two-way, ongoing, and culturally responsive. This means offering material in family's home language, using interpreters when needed, and holding conferences that respect different cultural norms. Effective engagement also includes inviting families to share their traditions, language, and experiences with the classroom, hosting multilingual family nights, offering cultural inclusive newsletters, and even making home visits are powerful tools. Inclusive community engagement goes beyond the school walls. Partnering with local organizations that serve multilingual communities or creating cultural liaison roles within the school helps bridge gaps, and promotes a sense of shared responsibility. In closing, asset based approaches require intentional shifts in mindset, curriculum, and communication. By valuing our ELs, identities, language, and cultures, and by building bridges with families, we don't just support language acquisition, we nurture confident, engaged learners who feel seen, respected, and empowered. Thank you for the work you do and for the commitment to equality and inclusion.